of COS's top American tier. Coming to you live from Singapore, one of the few places in the world where you can get arrested for spitting on the ground. This is the penultimate round, round 11. And I'm joined by Badhad and Kano. What's going on, y'all?
Well, nothing much. How about you?
Oh, you know, just hanging out. Getting ready for some safety cars.
Yeah, bro.
Have a feeling there will be a handful. And it looks like R-Bar is going to be the first one to start a hot lap. Still on his out lap here. Super abrasive track, as most people will know. Singapore, about 75% city streets, about 25% purpose-made circuit, mainly in Sector 3. Useless is joined, so we'll have 14 in the group. What?
Are we streaming? Because it's not showing up on Twitch for us.
Oh yeah, I got it up.
Yeah, it's up, kind of. Yeah, just hit the refresh button. But R-Bar is going to be the first one on the tires. He is coming out on hards. As you see in the left-hand corner, most of these guys are going to start out on. Although it looks like Perry will be the exception to that rule on softs. Really around here, softs, especially if you qualify on them, you're probably only get about, what, 4 or 5 laps?
Yep, maximum.
Oh, so we have a little bit of a lag between R-Bar and one of the racing points. A little bit of lag action. I think R-Bar just about jumped over top of him right there. Welcome to our viewers throughout the world.
Alright guys, in the chat I've now allowed you, so if you want to at any time you can see all telemetry of all drivers. It will tell you penalties, hot lap, starting position, qualifying position, everything you need is on there in the chat, so you can go ahead and keep a lookout for that. Use it as you will through the race, so it'll keep you updated. That way we can focus on the race at hand.
Yeah, special thanks to the French contingent for coming up with the formula for that. Still not sure how they did it. 137 for R-Bar on hard tires. Not a bad lap time on hards.
Nah, definitely can go quicker though, because Fatal absolutely, I'm pretty sure he did a 37.0 on the hards last night in AM2, so definitely going to be lower times tonight, I think, on the hard from these guys. Good thing to note, I believe Alp is going to start from the back of the grid. He is unfortunately going to be leaving us after this race. Actually, his last race. He will not be able to make the last race at Japan. So he has said in the chat that he would like to do a last to first challenge, or to wherever he gets to. He's got his special Turkish helmet for tonight. And yeah, it was a pleasure to have him with us. He's going off to university, so he will not be able to race with us in the foreseeable future. Maybe part-time once in a while, maybe if he's on break, but yeah. Thank you for being with us in COS, and thank you for basically making it better, and just for being an all-around good guy, good driver, good champion. Very good from him.
Yeah.
Kitten, you have anything to add?
Oh yeah, back-to-back championships for Alp, but apparently nowadays getting an education is more important than driving cars on a video game, which I certainly can't understand. But yeah, back-to-back championships from Alp. He won with, I think, 4 races to go. He has nearly a 100-point advantage on Nicholas in P2. So yeah, definitely left a mark.
Yeah, I can vouch for that as well. He's been a fantastic part of the COS community in both EU1 and the American tier. Obviously champion last season too. He's improved beyond Yeah, it's been crazy how quick he's got. And yeah, he's a lovely, lovely bloke. So he will be missed, but we wish him well for his future endeavours at study.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, he's done a lot for, like you said, he's done a lot for the COS community. Not only being a racer, you know, being an admin, being an incident steward, being basically everything since he's come here. So he'll be truly missed, but you know what? He's not gone forever, so we'll get back to the racing and watch him come through the field. It'll be a good thing to see and look out for. Alright, here's my question for you, Kitten and Bod. Out of everyone that's here other than Alp, because obviously Alp's doing his own thing tonight, who do you think, or who do you have for pole tonight?
Just in terms of pure pace, I would go with Nicholas.
Okay.
One lap on those hards, he has qualified quite well this season. I think outside of Fenrique and Alp, Fenrique not here tonight either, but he has probably been the most consistent through qualifying sessions. But Fatal has gone purple through Sector 1, so it looks like
he's very fast last night.
Yeah, he's really going for it here on his third lap on these hards. I think he definitely wants to start on these, as most of the guys have already brought it in.
Well, last night he started on the hards, and I think his qualifying time was a 1...
No, he went mediums.
Did he go mediums in the end? Okay, so he did his first time on the hards. It was a 1:37.0, I want to say. It was a very quick lap. So see if he can attach that tonight. He did get a little loose through the bridge section. But we'll see how much it's affected him. Coming out of the final two corners. Or I guess not the final corner. Here's the final corner before the straight line.
My favourite corner in the world.
Yeah.
P2, 378.
Yeah, so he definitely has more time. I know that for a fact. He definitely should be a little bit up there, but that's okay. Our bar is on another lap, I believe. He's going for it. First purple sector 1.
Mentioned regarding the standings, Alp has said in stream chat, Red Bull will secure the constructors' title if they outscore McLaren by 5 points.
Well, I think that is possible tonight with the unfortunate events of what happened to Fenrique in EU1. I won't go into too much detail, but he will not be in here tonight, so...
Yeah. It's 2-1, isn't it, to Red Bull anyway?
Yeah. And with Perry Dog being here, it makes a big difference for the Red Bull boys. Obviously, Alp's doing his own thing, so... It could be, you know what, it could end up being hindering, but yeah, with Alp not actually being here next week, tonight is the night where they need to win the championship, so outscored by 5 points is not going to be simple to do with Bean being very quick, and the other two. Perry's quick too, but from what we've seen, Bean can be very, very quick on a day where his back's against the wall, so it'll be really cool to see. Yeah.
Arbar jumps Fatal back into P2, where he has been most of the session. Only one 1/1000 off the pace of Nicholas. That is about as close as it gets, I believe. Not a math scholar. But,
no, I am on board with Nicholas. He is on a lap right now as we speak, so wonder if he'll improve. He goes purple sector 2 as well. He's up just over a 10th on his lap time right now. You know what, Kitten, like you were saying with Nicholas, like you were saying his pace for being on pole, you have him as fancy of a pick. He's really picked, like he was fast, right? But could be inconsistent. I think he's been more consistent in recent weeks. As he goes again with a 137.2
a little bit more breathing room for Nicholas there. As I'm not sure if R-Bar's going for another lap. You can check his
on mediums.
steering wheel here.
Ooh, say a yellow one.
Yeah, Bursey's. It says Bursey has fitted the mediums, but he hasn't left his pit box yet. I think he might be waiting closer to the end.
As Juventus actually sets the fastest first sector now. These lap times are coming down now. Juventus waited to go into his hard, so he used a set of softs just to go around to rubber in the track, right? And now that he knows the track's really rubbered in, he's out there on these hards, and he's actually putting a quick time right now. As he's, like I said, fastest sector 1, so let's see what he can do through the middle sector.
I believe it's that Bean. Bean is through the penultimate corner. I'm going to switch back to him real quick. See if he's going to go for another one. He is going to try to set another one. Oh, and then he...
Oh, he's tried to bail out, but he's missed the pit.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
Tricky pit lane. Tricky pit entry in Singapore. Hate to see that. You should have enough time to get around and get another lap.
The last corner. Here we go. Going onto this main straight. Can he get the pole? It looks to be that way, and it is not. Never mind, I was wrong. I didn't look at the time. Damn.
Yeah, Juventus. He is.
Mate, you sold that.
Yeah, you really.
Damn!
Yeah.
I even sold myself on that one. I thought he had it. I really did. I thought he did. He was flying, and I don't know where he lost the time, but it just shows the time that Nicholas and R-Bar have set is going to be hard to match on the hard tires, because you cannot make any mistakes, otherwise you lose too much time. Who's on the lap now on the mediums? Is anyone out there yet? No.
No one is out yet. Yeah. DK's on an out lap, but I'm trying to see if Juventus is going to try to go for another lap here.
I don't think he will.
Not sure where his splits are.
Or maybe he is. I don't know. He is trying. I mean, he's using all his ERS. I don't know if he's flying to get back to the pits. There is 3 minutes to go, so if he is going to fit the mediums, he's going to have to hurry up and get into the pits. He's timing it a little bit late. Yes, he is. I think he is.
Yeah, he has invalidated, so yeah.
Yeah.
Jump back here. I think next up is going to be DK on these mediums. As he is crossing the Anderson Bridge. Is it?
Yeah, Wing It is the first guy. Yep.
It is Wing It. Yep. Oh, there he is. Yeah. Got lost looking at the map.
I know. Doesn't set a lap yet, so interesting to see. He just really needs to set a lap. It'll put him up to 11th. It doesn't matter what he does. He just needs to set a lap time.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Raycon in the Renault. He is. He retired. He retired pretty early as well, but I'm not sure if that was he had an accident or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Yeah, you're correct. I tried to look for it, but I didn't see anything. Wing It actually fastest.
Put it in the pit wall, that seems a bit unlikely.
Wing It fastest sector 1. To be expected with it being on the mediums, but Wing It really giving it around this track. Really good start to his lap.
Yeah, he's trying, but now everybody else is going out. No. They are all on their out laps now. As Wing It has.
I'm sorry, Wing It. That is on me.
Wing It is gonna have to. Yeah, so Arbor's gonna have to be careful here coming into the slowest part of the circuit over the Anderson Bridge. Doesn't want to get too caught up to Wing It, who will be trying.
Bursey next for a lap, by the way. Bursey? Yeah, Bursey. He's just started.
Oh, DK has invalidated as well.
Yes. I think it's Burzy, then Lopez, then Fatal. Yes. So Burzy's first, then it'll be Lopez, and then Fatal.
Burzy does have a purple Sector 1. As it looks like Bean is going to let some of these guys by. That is the Sector 2, or the Sector 1, excuse me, yellow.
Oh yeah, my question for Bod, are you gonna hop in next week, for the season finale?
What, for AM1?
Yeah.
Oh, who knows? I would have today if I wasn't so mad about yesterday. But no, it's not my tier, and I'm committed to commentating, so unlikely, but we'll see. I'm enjoying doing commentating too, so.
Fair enough. I don't know if you were going for it for next year, or if you're just staying in the M2, or what the plan is.
It'll depend on how many drivers we end up with. So, any Americans who are in the league race, let us know, and we will get you in because we are looking for drivers for next season still. So,
there's
if you have relatively little experience, do it.
Yep, and there is Burzy followed quickly by Lopez. These guys on the mediums.
Should have Fatal coming across next if I am correct.
And Fatal's got one corner to go.
Okay, third.
In the P3 for Fatal, but he won't get another lap.
R-Bar is coming into the last few corners. I think he is the last guy, or the next guy, should I say? Yeah, R-Bar is next.
Then looks like we're gonna have a Toro Rosso and a Williams after that.
And it is P2. So Lopez
for R-Bar.
right now with the fastest lap still, so interesting.
DK with the purple sector.
Yes. 2. Interesting. Oh, Perry Dog retires from the session.
Yeah.
He must have spent his lap.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah. We're gonna get starting from the bottom because he just didn't set a lap. Says he did one lap, but yeah.
DK come around now.
Yeah.
And there's DK. P5. Nicholas is behind him.
Juventus has invalidated.
P1 for Nicholas.
Oh, 135.4. What a lap. Bean coming across the line now, I think. Or Perry. Bean, I think.
Yeah, Bean's gonna be next.
And what can Bean do? Because this is all about points.
Oh, and he pips Nicholas.
Wow. Well, I did say when Bean's on it, he is on it, and wow, he was on it.
Yeah, these two, only 8 points separating Nicholas and Bean in for P2 in the championship. So even though Alp did clinch a few races ago, this is still going to be a pretty tight battle here tonight and next week in Japan. But looks like Bean is going to get the better of him. We'll see how they start.
Yeah, that really shows the pace of these blokes. There's some pretty quick times in there, definitely.
Yeah, not too bad.
Fatal's time, just for reference, is about a tenth off his time last night on the mediums. So those top guys are absolutely rapid. But yeah, that's it for qualifying. Go through the list, I guess. So Bean, P1 with a cracking lap, 35.3 on mediums. Less than a tenth separates Nicholas from him in P2 in the racing point, and P3 is Lopez, also on mediums. So it looks like P3 or P1, sorry, to P8 will all start in the mediums, and then Juventus and Perry in P9 and 10 will start on the hards. Alps, Raidcon didn't set times, Wingit didn't set a time either, so we'll see what their tyre choice is. But yeah, strap yourselves in, this is going to be a long race.
We're missing some people.
Yeah, Singapore is the longest race on the calendar. Also one of the hottest, one of the most physically demanding, being a street course. And Useless, I believe, will be starting last, as he is just now joining.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's right.
So, if anybody in the chat wants to hit us up with some predictions,
we don't have Juventus's uncle in here tonight, I don't think. Huh. He's always here.
who?
Juventus's dad. Dom.
Oh,
Dom Perez.
well, it's a family.
Uncle, it's his uncle, yeah.
It's a family business.
Yeah. He's always supported Juventus race, he's always been there, so it must be an unfortunate something that came up for him, so he's usually always here. We're gonna give him a shout out, but it's not tonight. Yeah, predictions in the chat.
Not sure what you guys are thinking.
You're welcome, P-Dog, but it's not completely mine. Yeah, I mean, it did me pretty well. It's a nice setup, but I unfortunately cannot take ownership of it.
Do you guys want to weigh in on the predictions?
Yeah, Bean looks on it, so I reckon he'll be a top 3, although it'll be interesting to see how the guys behind him react, because it was quite close. Be interesting to see if Alp can get onto that podium from towards the back. So I would guess, let's go Bean P1, Alp P2, Nicholas P3. That's what I'm guessing. Although I'm not confident.
Hey, you know what? You gotta go with it, right? That's something you gotta go with. I, on the other hand, I'm going for way off of it. So, in P1, tonight, I have my boy, Alp. He's in his last race. He's gonna give it his all. I've told him he's gotta get from last to first in 5 laps. That is my one thing I asked him to do tonight, so I'll see if he can do it. It's a lot to ask for. A lot of good drivers, so it might not happen, but I've told him that's my goal. I want him P11 to P1 in the first 5 laps. P2, I'm going to go Nicholas. His pace has just been so good. He's just been so consistent every week, in and out, just constantly. And you know what? P3, I'm gonna give it to P-Dog. I mean, he won the race last night, yes, to some crazy stuff that went on, but he still stuck around the whole race, had good pace. So, I'd have to say P-Dog for P3. What about you, Kitten? What do you got?
There's no rooting in the commentary box, but if I did have to pick one guy, I would probably say, for sentimental purposes, Alp in P11 on those hards. I think Eustace is also going to have a pretty interesting race coming from the back. Not a huge field and at only 14 cars. So I think that he'll get in or around a podium. Then I'll go with Lopez, and then I'm going to go with Fatal. And I think that Bean and Nicholas will probably take each other out.
Oh, okay.
We are rooting for fireworks. We are rooting for fireworks here.
Fireworks is true.
Very interesting.
Alright. Now, one thing to note, it is a long race, so into turn 1, boys. Let's be civil.
It's a tricky turn 1. You got the left, right, and then a hairpin. Really nowhere to actually make moves. It's easy to see guys running into the backs of one another, losing pieces of wings.
If you run from Lopez, you can see the whole grid. And then switch back after, because he will give you a weird camera.
You've already started.
We are off. Yeah, we are off. Those were the quickest slides I think I can remember. Bean does take it into P1. Looking a little bit further back, looks like P-Dog in the other racing point. He is getting bounced around, but all in all, I think everybody made it through pretty clean with no damage. So not too shabby. Watch through here, the best overtaking zone on the circuit. into turn 5.
Fatal looking for a
See
move on
if-
Birdie. It's an early move.
Oh, as we got... Is that Alp?
Perry.
Was it
got
Perry?
loose there.
Perry had a huge tank slapper.
Yep.
As Useless is, he's just gonna ride it out at the back. He is typically in an Alpha, but since he joined late, I guess he didn't have a choice. He is in the other Renault, opposite of Raidcon. But
Ooh,
Bean...
Fatal on Birdie touch. Fatal got a good run out of the bridge and just broke a little bit later than him and tapped his back. So hopefully no damage from Fatal. Birdie seems to be okay.
Yeah, I think Fatal's alright. But it did give P-Dog a bit of a chance there. Really no big winners and no big losers. Everything pretty much maintained status quo. Wing It up 2 spots from P13 on the first lap. Perry down 2 spots with that near spin at the end of the first sector. Bean does set the fastest lap there. And it looks like he is starting to pull a little...
5-second penalty, so he did get damage from it.
Did he? Oh, man. Well, I think I might have jinxed him early.
Damage.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
just
because he tapped the rear, he tapped his rear, so it probably gave him a slight wing damage. But around here, you don't really want wing damage. So, I mean, anything can happen. There's still 14 people in the race.
Yeah, I think he's... Yeah, unfortunately for Fatal, I guess that must have been some damage to the nose, because both sides of the wing looked alright. Although I must say there was a car that slapped the wall coming out of the penultimate quarter on that first lap pretty hard, so it might have been him. Didn't quite get a read on who it was. As Wing It gets way slidey, is Alp quickly puts him away. Alp into P9 now from 12th, 13th? Yeah. 11th. I can't do the maths. I'm not here for the math.
That's why you got me.
I'm not here for the math.
That's what I'm here for.
So biggest fun so far from P13 to P10, up 3 spots, and that's biggest up 2 spots. So fairly stagnant throughout the field, except for Fatal, who has unfortunately had to make a pit stop and has dropped right down to the back. So he'll be hoping for a safety car, which there is every chance of around here.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, these guys keep it pretty tidy to start with, which is good. That's what you want to see.
Interesting to know. I don't know if it's glitched for you, but it is not giving me lap time intervals for P6 to P14.
And I think we got everything working on the main screen here, as P-Dog's going to look for a move on Burzy for P5. Burzy's all over the place right now, and P-Dog doesn't have quite the lane to get by. Lopez quickly put about 3 seconds on Burzy from P4 to P2.
The problem P-Dog
and we got, holy cow, Nicholas up front with a bonsai move on Bean. Now this is what I was expecting. Nicholas just cranked up that ERS going down the straightaway there, and I think his first lap with DRS he was able to kind of sneak up the inside, and Bean's just gonna have to be content with following for a little while here, as Nicholas does seem to run up to about 8/10 already, and R-Bar is actually closing in on both of them, and Lopez is almost within the DRS zone himself. So this top 4 is definitely breaking away from the rest of the pack, as Burzy kind of has a bit of a truly train forming behind him, with P-Dog, DK, Alp, Juventus all within about 2 seconds of him.
Yeah, it looks like he's struggling a bit initially. Last night he said he was struggling on brakes, which a lot of these guys will be, so hopefully for Burzy's sake he can find the flow of his circuit and start to hopefully close that gap up to the front. But this looks like a bit of a tasty battle pack for me at the moment.
Looks like P-Dog's got a run on him.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see if someone can close up.
P-Dog gets a really good run out the corner. He's going to get him here.
Yeah, I think P-Dog should be able to get this move done. Let's see how, Burzy's not gonna defend too hard. I think he knows that his pace isn't quite there, as P-Dog almost lost it. But now it's like DK is going to be trying to get past Bursey. And that's DK just broke himself right into the back.
Interesting to note, Juventus in that mayhem actually pipped out.
Yeah, Alp had to check up because he was in line right behind DK.
Sure, he has to get back by Juventus, but then he'd be in P6. You know what? This 5-lap challenge for me isn't going to work tonight. That's okay. He's still showing.
Not surprised, mate.
Yeah, well, you know, he said he did it in 2 laps last year, so whenever he did it. So.
Perry's
Perry
in the wall.
Where did he put it? Virtual safety.
That's that danger wall just before the bridge at the chicane.
Oof.
Oh, really?
So
Yeah, I don't think
that's sticking out now because often at Singapore you get a couple of barrier glitches where if they get hit they stick out on track. So let's hope it is still in place. I'm riding on board with Fatal to see.
Yeah, I am as well. See if his car's still there. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah. I think he
it
just.
is. Oh my.
Yeah, I think he just jumped that curb and wound up straight in the wall.
Yeah. So that's a couple of centimeters.
Tough luck.
I think he hit that. I think he tapped that inside wall, the gray piece, and just took his tire off. Interesting to note, Nicholas has almost had a DRS range from Bean now, so.
Yeah, R-bar's closing on the back of Bean, so R-bar's got a bit of pace.
As the VSC has subsided here in Juventus with a 3-second time penalty, I believe that was the first actual track cutting penalty as Fatal had the speeding in pit lane. As R-bar's going to peek out behind Bean Sandwich. I believe this gap has closed even more now. I think Bean actually wound up getting a decent jump on Nicholas because Nicholas had almost broken DRS at the time of that caution. VSC.
Yep.
As P-Dog's actually pulled out almost 2 seconds on Bursey now, so P-Dog's showing a little bit of good pace here. Obviously, hasn't really closed the gap to the leaders too much, but that's okay. Top 5 is a good finish position. Basically mid-pack, best of the rest kind of thing. But looks like Alp's looking ready to make a move on Juventus.
Yeah, I don't think Juventus can hold him off for much longer.
No.
Unfortunately for Alp, he's just catching these guys the wrong part of the track every time. It's going to be hard to make any kind of move.
Inside. He is, and he makes it stick,
that's a ballsy move. Enough respect from Juventus not to force the issue. I think he knows Alp is on a mission tonight. As Bean gets a
3-second time penalty.
Bean gets a 3-second time penalty. Wow, gonna have to keep an eye on those throughout the race. Yeah, like we said earlier in the qualifying, it is a very long race, even if there are safety cars. So plenty of opportunities here to mess up and get some time penalties.
Out just so quick right now. Bursey, you can tell how much he's struggling because just into that first 2 turns, Alp closed the door so much he had to brake early because he would have ran into the back of Bursey.
And
This is how much faster he is.
Alp's going to be able to get this one done, I think. And Bursey's not going to push him. Bursey with the slide coming out of it on throttle, doing his best Gilles Villeneuve impersonation.
So Alp up to P6 now after 6 laps. So he's made up quite a few spots, 5 spots. So still biggest mover. DK now tied with Fatal for biggest loser right now with them both pitted.
DK has pit.
Actually, and Eustace up 4 spots too. So Eustace coming through the field pretty well.
Eustace has been stuck behind Raidcon. I'm not sure. These two aren't.
He might have a basic setup. Oh, they touch.
Well, yeah, just as I mentioned, that I think Eustace is going to give it back to him because I think he just missed his breaking point.
He does have a basic setup on though, because sometimes when you enter races late, it doesn't let you choose a setup. I don't know. I'd have to ask him after the race. I will definitely get that for next week.
Juventus just made a move on Bersy. I'm not sure where that was. It looked like it was in the corner, going under.
Berssy's going to the pits.
Going under the stands. A weird place.
I don't know why Bersy's pitting so early. It's too early to go to the hards.
Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious that you can't really stay there. I mean, he's really struggling so far, unfortunately for Bersy.
Getting wing pained as well, Bersy.
Oh, Lopez just lagged out. It looks like.
Yeah, he's lagged out. Oh, not good for Lopez in P4. He does have 5 seconds. Does have 5 seconds to P-Dog though, so if he can get back in time, he shouldn't lose too much.
He should still have his invitation too. He shouldn't need a new one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we can't give him out because we're only spectators.
Yeah, some guys just like to watch. What can I say?
This is interesting because DK is now ahead of Bersy, and although there was a wing change, DK has made up a fair bit of ground regardless. So I wonder if Bersy can close that gap to P-Dog again by the time P-Dog pits.
R-Bar has gotten past Bean for P2.
The only thing, yeah, because DK is now able to push a lot harder on the hards, right? Because, to be honest with you, the hards felt better than the mediums did. I don't know about you for the race. I don't know what your strategy was for Bod, but for me, when I was on the hard tires, I felt really strong and really like I could push them.
Oh, I didn't touch the hard tires last night. My last experience was very good on hards. I went 2-stop. I think I was the only one too. I think in terms of outright pace, the 1-stop might be a bit better. But yeah, I didn't touch the hards, so I wouldn't have a clue. But it's looking like these guys are liking the hards at the moment.
Yeah, fortunately,
hard runners aren't falling too far away from the medium runners anyway, and they're pitting pretty early, so the hards might be the way to go.
Alp has made his move into P4. He and P-Dog both just lapped Lopez. About 5 seconds in about 5 seconds in one lap from Lopez. Unfortunately, not racing right now. His AI is going. He's pulling a Mahavir Raghunathan. So I'm not sure what the AI setting is, but he is well off the pace, and unfortunately he is down there.
Yeah, he's losing so much time. Because the AI is probably set at basically the 41 if they haven't changed it, so... Lopez definitely needs to get back in control of his car. I don't know if he's asking for an invite. Oh, he said invite. He needs an invite, so if anyone racing right now is planning on going in the pits, if you could kindly send Lopez an invite so that he can join back into the lobby, it would be helpful.
Yeah, he has dropped back to P9, unfortunately. Useless did finally dispose of Raidcon. Useless is Lopez's actual teammate. As we mentioned earlier, he is in the Renault because he joined late. Didn't have time to pick a car. But he is up into P7 now, and looks like everything's kind of starting to quiet down. Bean is on the heels of R-Bar, who pipped him a few laps ago. Bean with his Mexican helmet is... Oh, there he is. Lopez is back. Thank goodness.
Someone must have sent him an invite.
You could, yeah, I think he's joined to his friends list, which you can do.
Should be taking the control of the car right now. A lot of time. A lot of time.
Yeah, unfortunately, Lopez is going to have to make his way back from P9. Lost 5 spots there on those mediums.
Now he's back. At least his medium tires will still be okay, because the AI doesn't really drive very fast, so... he's going to be pissed, excuse my language, he's going to be very upset with not being able to get back in for a little while, as I just seen him into the boost section. He's trying too much to start with. He just needs to take a breath, take a breather, A long
Yeah.
race. It's not over, Lopez. It's not
Yeah.
over.
Earmuffs, kids. Gonna have to apologize to the FCC. Kind of over here saying the P word. Can't believe
Well, let's be more. Yeah, let's not say the P word because that could mean a bunch of things. Just leave it as what I said.
R-Bar is throwing on those hards. He should be good to go for the rest of the race. 21 laps should be doable for him. I think he's made that window. Lopez is going to have to pit as well after dropping 5 spots, unfortunately. But I think he's going to put on the hards as well. There he is. Yep, hards for him. They are the 2 first pitters, and now we only have 3 cars left on mediums. It's P-Dog who is coming under assault from Juventus. I think the tires are starting to go off of P-Dog. And Juventus on these hards is going to be able to take those another 10 or so laps. We are at prime operating temperatures right now, according to the telemetry.
Just a note, Useless up 8 spots on those hard tires.
Yeah, I mean, he just followed Raidcon through, kind of used him as a fullback, as a blocker, and he was able to kind of punch his way through all the other mistakes and Lopez's disconnection. So yeah, he's silently gotten up into P6 with definite.
To see where the 2 guys come out, by the way, because they're in the pits now.
Oh, according to our telemetry, P-Dog Payton has wing damage. So that could explain why Juventus is reeling him in as well.
As Juventus goes for the move
Yeah,
around
he's missing a left
P-Dog.
end plate. P-Dog, but he's still
Still likes the
fighting.
move back.
Yeah, P-Dog's had that for 7 or since lap 7, so 4 laps now. As Bean's not gonna like this. He almost jumped R-Bar. Wait, oh no. R-Bar just about jumped Nicholas, and they're gonna be stuck behind Raidcon. But they'll both have. Oh boy.
This does not seem like a good idea. Oh, everything's good.
Nicholas was able to get around him. It's gonna be tough. There's really no overtaking spots between here.
That's the problem for R-Bar, but he's got so much better pace than Raid. He's gonna send it somewhere. I know it because he wants to get by. He's like, Raid, what are you doing? You haven't even pit yet. Let me know.
Needs to get in probably at the end of this straight.
Yeah, this is the only opportunity he's really gonna have.
Raid gets such a good exit though. I don't think he's gonna get it. He can look at it. No, he's not.
Yeah. That might be the race for R-Bar. That might be the race for R-Bar. He has already dropped over a second and a half, and he came out right behind Nicholas.
As he makes the move up the inside, but backs out, had to back out. Alp setting the fastest lap on those hards, so Alp really pushing now, since he's taken up to first. Now, the interesting thing is the hards should go to about lap 18. That is what my own race told me. I didn't get to that, but
Harbar's got him now. But look how much time he
that is, our 3 seconds.
Nicholas is already out of, Nicholas is already out of turn 1, so.
That is going to be absolutely heartbreaking for R-Bar.
Interesting to know. I know it's a 33-second stop here, right? So, so Alp has, I want to say about 16.5, almost 17 seconds to Nicholas. If he can get that gap to 20 seconds on the mediums or softs, depending on how long he can take those hards, I like his chances. He's going to be so much faster on those medium tires at the end of the race, and low fuel. That car is going to be so much lighter, and the tires aren't going to wear as quickly as they would on a full fuel load, right? So, I like my money on Alp right now. I really do. I'm keeping that as, like I said, P1 for Alp.
Yeah, now he's got a bit clear air, he can really start to push the pace. You want to try and extend that gap to the effective leaders as he goes fastest again, so that's exactly what he's doing. It'll be interesting to see at what point he pits and how much he can reel in, because he will be on those softer tyres, of course.
Yes.
There's still a chance of safety car, which from now on can only benefit Alp above the others, as Nicholas actually responds with a fastest lap, so looks like Nicholas knows what's going on, and he is not going to make it easy for Alp to run up to him.
Yeah, Nicholas is also, he has really closed in on Useless quite quickly, using Useless as a rabbit, and he's just running away from R-Bar as well, trying to limit the amount that Alp is going to gain on those mediums or soft in his final stint.
Oh, Nicholas sends it in deep.
Oh.
But Useless says no. Now Nicholas sends it in. Gets the move done. Good move by Nicholas.
Yep, he's getting through that traffic pretty well, isn't he?
But it did cost him a little bit of time, because the gap is still about the same, 14.7, yeah. Or 16.7, sorry.
Yeah, and while he was doing that, Alp did set his quickest second sector 0.2 quicker than his previous fastest second sector. So Alp is starting to turn it on at the front. But I'm just not sure how long he's going to be able to take these.
I think if he can get into lap 18 or 19, then the mediums will find for 10, 11 laps.
Yeah.
That would be my prediction.
Well, if he makes it to lap 18, he'd have 13 laps to do it, and it is possible.
Yeah, so maybe he aims for 19, 20 then. Just to give him that extra life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
well, realistically, yeah, if he drops off too much, though, it effectively then just, it just gives the chance of him winning the race away, but you know what? You know Alp, he's going to give it everything he's got to the end of the race, so, you know, he's hoping for a safety car, because if a safety car came out now, I mean, mediums should, with the safety car, make it to the end, but
it would be very close.
Yeah, it would be tough. I would think that right now he's in the ideal position. I think a safety car would actually hurt him more than it would help him. If it came out at this moment in time.
Maybe it would help him.
yeah, if he can get to maybe like 16, it would probably help. But yeah, right now I don't think he'd be able to take those mediums. We saw, I think it was P-Dog was the longest runner on those mediums, and he only did 12 laps. Yeah, 12 laps.
Yeah. Maddie in chat is totally right with that. That tyre, the softs really aren't vital enough to race with, so
no.
I don't think the halves will make it all the way till lap, what would be 26, 27 before you'd feel confident to put softs on, so...
Well, I mean, you could do, on the softs, you can do about 6, 7 laps.
Yeah, but
unless you're... No, I agree,
mediums.
The mediums, yeah, softs just don't work.
Feeling super confident.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You never know. Alp is one of those guys, but if he, like I said, if he can manage this gap and he gets to the chance where he gets the chance to put on the mediums or the softs, whatever it may be, I mean, he's going to be so fast, especially if he's on the softs. But I just don't think he'd have enough laps to reel him in on the softs. Whereas if he goes on the mediums a little earlier, it gives him more time. Because basically he'd have to take about a second and a half out a lap when he goes on the mediums in order to get back up to Nicholas.
Yeah, it looks like R-Bar here is going to be making a move on Useless for P4 with the DRS. Tried desperately to get back up there to Nicholas, but I think the damage has already been done, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's way too big.
5.5 seconds. Man, R-Bar must be kicking himself. That is so unfortunate.
I have to mention this. Nicholas, he's already getting up to Juventus, so Nicholas really on a rapid pace. The gap's still staying at the same level. A little slight mistake, but nothing major.
Yeah, that was really deep.
But the more he stays behind Juventus, the more the gap's going to gain, you know, to Alp. And that's what Alp's hoping for, is that Juventus can kind of keep him at bay for at least another lap. If he can hold him up another lap, it will really hinder Nicholas.
Oh, is Nicholas going to go for it?
Driving.
Oh, he almost did it.
That was about half a
Yeah.
foot away from a safety car, right there.
Nicholas is getting
Nicholas
better.
all over the back of him.
He's just on these new hards. You can just tell the difference of Nicholas. But Juventus goes to the inside, doesn't really put up a fight.
Yeah.
Nicholas will appreciate
So
that.
it is going to be down to our
he
two.
really got a push because Nicholas now knows he's only got a 16. He's 16.6 behind Alp. Oh, sector 3, yellow flag.
Race in the pit wall.
Safety
He's lost his
car.
front wing.
Safety car.
That is
wow.
a safety car.
This is perfect for Alp. And
Well,
also
that's
Juventus is
interesting.
going
We
to jump a whole
didn't
lot as
even-
well. So useless.
Everyone jumping in the pits now. So
That is
a
going
lot
to
of
be wing it.
people are going for it.
Lopez
This brings
went
Lopez
around.
back into the race. Fatal.
Lopez went around.
Fatal just got a drive through.
Was that a
He
speeding
didn't slow
under
down
the
in time.
P-Dog on? Looks like all these guys are going to go to mediums. Now 16 laps in. That did catch
This is
Alp out
fascinating.
though. This is not going to help these guys. Is the AlphaTauris
Nicholas is probably
stack.
kicking himself now.
This is exactly
Nicholas
what happened last night. I think we had a safety car lap 16.
Yes,
or
yes.
17 as well.
For, again, the same thing. It wasn't anyone that crashed out. It was for a wing on the track. And because a wing was on the track, they brought out the safety car. Not a VSC, which you would expect. No, they brought out a safety car.
Yeah, which is quite remarkable
this
considering
is,
the number of major incidents that go without. But this is making this race very interesting. I guess it's now going to be a straight fight for pretty much the entire field to the end of the
Yes.
race.
Now, interesting to note, will Nicholas pit? Will he pit? That's the only question I'm asking.
I think he'll have to. He needs the grip. As Alp is pitting, obviously.
Yes. This helps Alp out hugely. I mean, it puts him in
Net P1.
potentially P1, yeah. As Nicholas comes around, yes, he is pitting, so everyone will be going in. This has helped out Juventus, Useless. Man, this has helped out all of them.
Everyone
Yeah.
except for Alp and Nicholas, I think.
Arbar didn't pit.
Oh wow, big call.
Interesting.
So Arbar actually behind Alp. Alp had such a big gap. Wow. That is so interesting. Because
Interesting.
when Arbar came out with Nicholas, he was right there. That's how much it's hindered him. He was saying that Arbar was hindered by it. He's big time, big time been hindered by that.
Yeah, that slow pace under safety car, doubled with the fact that he got stuck behind that traffic for so long. Yeah, Arbar could have potentially been P1.
I think
Although he's got those hard tires, so he might fall like a rock depending on
we're
how
having
he
a
goes.
fatal.
Oh, yeah. I know why. Not sure.
Was it his
I
drive?
think
Was it from the drive-through that he got?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think Fatal was just a bit disappointed there, even though this could have gotten him back in to the race.
I think was he the host? No, he wasn't the host tonight because if he left,
Nicholas.
yeah, Nicholas was. Yeah, so that's unfortunate to see. Yeah.
Now, going
Drive-through.
off of what we had earlier, the hard tires, these are going to be good to the end. They're gonna they're not really going to change at all. The mediums, the longest stint we saw, as we mentioned a few laps ago, is P-Dog going 19 or 12 laps. There are 14 to go. So it honestly might actually work out for Arbar here, where he's gonna have decent tires at the end. Everybody else is probably gonna be struggling. Same with
I
Lopez.
don't think so. Arbar pitted a lot earlier than what was suggested for the mediums. He's gonna have to do quite a few laps on the hards. I think he's gonna be up in the 20 lap range by the time this is over. Interesting. Nicholas P3, Juventus P4,
And you got Lopez and Useless in P5 and 6, so good day from the Alpha
Lopez
Boys.
stayed out.
But
well,
Lopez stayed out. Yeah, he's gonna, you know, he had a unfortunate issue with the internet lagging out. So really and truthfully, I mean, he's really not got anything to lose because he's on the hard tires.
Yep.
So
I think he's really going to struggle though. I think him and Arba.
Oh yeah, I think
they're
so.
going to really fall down the pack, and the medium's not going to fall off enough for them to catch back up. So
yeah, no.
yes, maybe Robert, they are in trouble.
But maybe they're banking on one more safety car because everyone's packed up now. It's more of a fight.
You may as well pit in as well.
But if you keep, so what I'm saying is you keep position, right? Yes. So if a safety car comes out, no, but if another one comes out and you know the mediums might not make it, everyone's gonna dive in.
Yeah, but I think the mediums will make it, so I think that would work in their favour either.
But I'm saying, like, if it comes out with like 5 to go, you know what I mean? Like 5 to go, everyone's gonna go in for softs. You know they are.
I'm not so
So
sure.
I mean, you gotta take the gamble. Yeah, you're in it to win it, so I mean, take the gamble, see what happens. So interesting to see what everyone's gonna do. I think we should go green this time, I believe.
Yep, should be.
I mean, I should be able to. I'm just kind of looking at some of the telemetry provided to us from the great folks in the EU version of COS. Special shout out to Tebow for providing us with some information, although gotta say I'm spending a little bit too much of my time looking at this, not enough on track.
Yeah, he doesn't even have to be there.
Yeah, very handy is Alpha's now backing up the pack, ready for the restart.
De facto safety car is out. We'll see where he wants to start it off.
There's definitely an issue with the stream because it's saying like there's 6 viewers. That's wrong. No, there's more than that.
And it looks like he's launching there.
Alp's gone already. Alp's gone early.
Yep, he went early, but Arbar did catch on to it. Nicholas did too. These two have broken from Juventus.
Nicholas really caught on to it.
Yeah.
So Nicholas is going to be absolutely flying on these medium tires, so he needs to get past Arbar quick.
This is the time for Alp to stretch away.
Yeah, we're going to see a move here. We're going to see a move here.
Arbar runs wide. Arbar runs wide. Nicholas doesn't get enough of a launch, but I think he should be able to get the exit here into turn 4.
But the problem is he doesn't have DRS, but he does have that big boost of extra pace with these mediums, and he goes deep, sends it, they touch, but it's good.
He's got it. Juventus is going to he's going to have to get R-bar once again.
It's useless to get Lopez at the same time as well, so useless from last up to P5 now as well in those mediums.
Really pushing on these mediums now. It's going to be really fun to see what these guys can do up here.
Yeah, Bean's already on the back of Lopez as well. I think Bean will be looking to make a move here once they cross this bridge.
Yellow, is there someone in the wall?
I think it's DK. Is it? It's Wing It. Yeah, Wing It. Same place that Perry lost it earlier. Thankfully for him, I'm trying to. Doesn't look like any damage on Wing It at least. So we'll go back up to the front. Looks like Bean.
Usos is looking really racy as well. I just wanted to know that, like, since he's put on these mediums, he's totally changed his mindset of, you know, just trying to eat those hards out to, all right, now boys, we're in this to race. You know, just with another time penalty, so effectively hindering his chances here. As Alp sets the fastest lap of the race, 1:37.9. So interesting to see what everyone's got pace-wise here.
Yeah, 2-second gap between Alp and Nicholas. Nicholas definitely still has a chance, but
Sector 3.
But that is a lot of space. That looks like it's
around
wing it again.
again.
Yeah, I think those mediums are done for. He's going to have to pull about a 14-point turn. No, he's not even going to go with the pits. He's just going to keep going.
Well, he couldn't. I think he tried to. I don't know what happened too much, but
maybe
yeah,
penalised
I think
the blocking pit lane if he stayed there for too long.
Yeah.
So, Bean has gotten Lopez for P6. He's almost in DRS zone of useless.
Yeah,
if you can catch.
Yeah, you know what? You weren't wrong with these hards. You weren't wrong with the hard choice bod. You were dead on the nail. Our bar is struggling. Lopez is struggling too. So this is really going to hinder them. Juventus feels really racy. He's got a couple penalties, so it's going to affect him a little bit. But if he can get a gap and get by, Eustace can't get straight by, then yeah, maybe. But right now, this is looking like a wrong call from the Ferrari-powered unit boys tonight, for sure.
Yeah, now our bar is holding up this massive train here. Going all the way back to P9, everyone within a second of one another. As Alp throws down another fast lap. This has worked out for Alp. And how many times this season has Alp just gotten the absolute most fortune when it comes to these sorts of races? He'll just come out of nowhere and all of a sudden you'll have the safety car. As we
didn't even notice
have...
that. Useless. Juventus with another 3-second penalty. He is really hurting himself with these corner cuts.
He'll be frustrated behind R11
9 seconds, yeah, I think he's got 9 seconds on penalties too, and now Eustace has just got to be, man, he's got to be smart here. He knows if he's checked with Jeff that Juventus has 9 seconds in penalties, he's just got a time when he can do it. But can you give us the penalties for the top? I guess you can go top 9 since they're all within a second of each other.
Yep, so top 3 have no penalties, and then you've got Juventus with 9 seconds. Useless is clean as well, and Bean has 3 seconds.
Yep.
Lopez is clean, and then P8, Raycon has 3 seconds.
Oh,
Juventus.
Whoa!
And number 1, oh wow, so that's 12 seconds now. So he's really desperate to be making moves, but he's actually going to lose out here to Useless. So Useless will get on podium still if he can get by other in last place.
Yeah, I just dropped my phone. Whenever I saw Juventus go through there.
I just want to note this out here. At the beginning of the race, I did have my wild guess, and it's almost paid off, but P-Dog's not there.
Oh, Useless has been both.
Yeah, there's Useless. Around the outside to turn 1 on R-Bar. I think he's... Oh, gets pushed out by R-Bar.
I think he understands how Juventus was struggling because R-Bar has really good straight line speed. Really good straight line speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys are about to eat each other alive with the DRS.
Yeah, he's got the
There
run.
we go.
Whoa! Whoa! And Juventus has nowhere to go.
Late move. Alba gets 3 seconds, but looks like Useless has got moved on. And Juventus is trying to follow him. Oh,
Did they touch?
Yeah, he hit the wall. Juventus is in the wall with no wing. So Juventus just went for a gap that wasn't quite there, and he's unfortunately suffered from that. So that's really unfortunate for the Williams driver. Just tried to stick his nose in there and it didn't quite work.
I think we might see him coming to the pits if he makes it. It's going to be really hard to get around this track. You have to go so slow when you've got damage.
Yeah.
Otherwise you just end up anyway. Yes, sir. Yeah, we got 2 people from P up 10 spots and up 11 spots. So, really and truthfully, driver of the day, I mean, have a pick. You got Useless, you got Out. I honestly, I would give it to Out, but as we speak, I'm giving it to Useless if it stays like this, because the fact that the man came in last place, didn't get to qualify, came late, and just didn't get involved in anything major, and just, you know, quiet race, but safety car came out, benefited him, and now look, I know Bean's behind him, And Bean will be pushing because he knows Eustace has a 3-second time penalty,
Whoa!
right? Whoa, what?
Ooh, Raycon just lost it. We had a three-way fight for P6 there between Lopez, Raycon, and P-Dog, and Raycon just lost it, but he's coming back on P-Dog.
And side by side,
yeah, that is a really nice. You know
move.
what? Raycon hasn't gotten a whole lot of coverage this year. We got 2 races left. That was a really nice move by Raycon.
He
Well
does.
done.
I believe he does have a good finish in USAD, though. I believe.
So there has been a good recovery for Renault as a team coming from
Yes.
right at the back row, both of them up
Well,
to double points.
technically, Useless is in an alpha, so don't forget about that.
Ah, yeah. Remember that, but yeah.
So
Raycon
good,
definitely-
good from the alpha boys.
Good from the Alpha boys. Yep, I forgot about that. My bad. On track,
Oh,
good recovery from Renault, but in
yeah.
terms of points, you were spot on. Eustace getting good points for Alfa Romeo up in that podium position for now.
Yeah, but
Now, can Useless hold off Bean? That's the
I'm not
question.
sure. Yeah, Bean is. I don't know if he's going to be able to
Got a lot of
hold
air.
off this pressure for the next 8 or so laps. 7 laps, I guess. Yeah, Bean is just right on his tail. I
These
think
two have
this
been
is
running
going to
around
be.
together for a lot of the season, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. Yeah, they have. Yeah, Eustace would be a little bit higher, but he's missed a couple races. I think he's down in P8 right now. But he has
Now,
definitely had some good
interesting
races.
to know, Bean's got a lot of ERS, right? A lot, and I do mean a lot. But Useless looks like he's got the straight line speed. Well, not anymore, but.
Bully's been around the outside. Can he hold it? He's
Useless
just
gives
leaving that wide.
him the squeeze. They
Yeah,
touch.
Eustace, that's just good defensive driving from Useless.
Yep. And these two have had a coming together this season already, so you know there's some tension between the two of them from the USA Grand Prix.
Whoa, Bean,
You
look
remember
at.
what happened there, so yeah, Useless really playing the game, really playing. He's not giving him any space, so like I said, some tension between these two obviously built up from the US Grand Prix, which is good to see. I mean, it's good clean racing, but it's hard racing. It's what you want to see from these guys.
Yes, Canadians
wanna-
and Mexicans, noted rivals throughout history.
Yeah, never.
It's worth noting also Nicholas is on pace with Alp, if not slightly closing. So let's see what Nicholas can do. He's got more yellows.
flag.
Sure.
Maybe
I think Juventus is in the wall again, so he's lost his front wing again.
Oh, man. Wow. And Juventus was looking at the top 5 dead in the eye there. I mean, this is.
He struggled around this track. Yeah.
Yeah, he's really struggling. But Bean is going to have DRS once again, only about 4 tenths here separating these two. And I think Bean is just saving that ERS for later. Useless,
He's
about
been saving
40%
it all
more.
race though. Like, yeah. The good thing around here is that you can actually save while staying in front of someone.
That's Juventus again. I think he
Yeah, it was.
he lost it again. Oof. Hate to see it. Not
gonna get
gonna
lapped.
not gonna show Juventus anymore. You know,
Yeah,
we all have bad days.
That
We all
was-
have bad
yeah,
days.
that was his race. Yeah, he's had a bad weekend, so.
Just as I said, Nicholas was keeping pace with Alp. Alp's really starting to stretch that out again now, so
Maybe you shouldn't have said anything. Because
Oh, Eustace runs a little bit wide.
Okay.
it's something worth noticing. But yeah, Alp's starting to stretch the legs now. He's pulled 6/10 on this
Here
lap
comes
already. He's
Bean.
not quite done.
Bean looking for a switchback, maybe.
Yeah, Bean is absolutely all over Useless. I mean, this has been a Mark Webber
Yeah.
defensive driving school clinic from Useless. Not
He's
letting him
honestly
by
just
anywhere.
He's put the car so perfectly on track that he's not going against the rules. He's not bending the rules or anything. He's just placing the car exactly where you can't really send a move. And to be honest with you, he pulls away after that from here a little bit. So if you look at the gap, It's crazy. As Juventus actually staying out, I commend. I mean, oh, Bean! Wow, good save. I don't know if you guys caught that, Kitten. Did you catch that on the stream?
Yeah, we're looking at that. I'm
got a good
trying to look
stat.
up the tire data here.
Ah, what are we saying on Useless and Bean's tires? Who's are looking worse?
I'm not entirely sure. Still getting used to it. But maybe you can read it better than me. There's too many numbers.
Here, let me go look at the.
A lot of them have their tires telemetry off, so we might not be able to see.
Yeah, I think that's probably.
Yeah, that's also true. That usually happens.
Don't give away too many secrets, unless they've just forgotten to enable it. Either or.
Well, they've been asked to, so I think for next week they'll make sure they do.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to having this for an entire season. Because this is, you said the past few races, but it's really, really handy.
Been a great development, hasn't it? Super helpful.
Yep, absolutely. As P-Dog is closing in on raid con for P7. Raid con in the other Renault has also been driving quite defensively here today, but a P7 for him would certainly be a welcome result as we hit the tail end of the season.
Yeah, we only have 3 people for tires, so that'll have to be changed for next week. Looks like, you know what, I hate to say it, I think Eustace has played this game really well. Because he was able to up the main straight. He had a big gap. Like, obviously you see Bean close it in here, but he doesn't close it anywhere else. He just, there's nowhere really to pass unless you get the DRS straights, basically. Or if you're so close to them that you can make a move. Who's around now? Sector 3.
We get again at the start finish line, unfortunately.
Oh, DK as well. DK, another 5 second.
Ooh, tough for DK, who we should probably congratulate. We should probably congratulate DK. Got married last week. Congrats on the sex from all of us at COS, DK.
Hey!
What?
We got kids around here. Remember that.
Yeah. There's a lot worse things that kids can stumble upon the internet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Seems like Bean is he is at full charge right now on the ERS. He is at full charge, but it's just an absolute stalemate. And Useless, and he runs extremely wide to the final corner.
I think that's why he's been saving his ERS. I think he knows the tires are starting to go for him.
Yeah, but I mean, Useless is, I mean, he's saving just enough ERS here to combat him.
The problem is Useless is so good on his tires. It makes a huge difference between him and Bean, where he's able to pull away. But it looks like Bean is going to get a good run here.
Yeah, it's a good run. Oh, God!
Oh, Bean! Oh, Bean!
Yeah, and
that was a little bit late and a little bit dangerous, I would have to say.
Yeah, well, I think Useless is really just right in the middle of the track there. I don't know. Bean didn't know where to go.
He may not know where to go, but definitely made a late move. It could have been worse, and yeah, definitely had to brake late. But I guess they both managed it, so we'll see what happens here.
No, it's close. I think now that Bean has all that ERS saved up, he should be able to run away with it here. At least you would anticipate this.
He's now able to save and still stay with him, it looks like, so he can stay within a second of Bean through this sector where he is a little bit stronger every lap than Bean has been, but not too sure if that was just due to lack of downforce behind someone with dirty air or what.
I mean, we're looking this gap grow right now. Bean is
it is growing
9/10.
He should still have it, so this will bring him back into play.
shoulder cam on the McLaren. Not a big fan of the shoulder cam, but
No, me neither.
but it does show a different aspect in terms of speed.
Useless now will get DRS here.
7/10.
So he will close in.
And look at R-Bar back there, only 2 seconds behind this battle. On those hards, he hasn't lost a whole lot of time.
No, not as much as we thought he would. Lopez as well, considering he did lose a spot, but then really hasn't lost anything else. So these hard tires might actually be coming in because it looks like they're closing the gap a little bit.
Yeah, they've hung on pretty well actually, and he's starting to get the time over the mediums again. So as those mediums are starting to wear, it'll be interesting to see if Alba can close the gap at all.
Yeah.
Possibly fight for that.
Hey,
P4.
so interesting to note, Bod and Kitten, Eustace is now keeping the gap pretty well. So if I'm thinking around correctly, if he stays close enough, there's 2 laps to go. He doesn't have to be right on his tail this lap. He can wait till the last lap to make a move. I mean,
there's actually one more factor that I've just realised. Bean's got 1 extra penalty as well, so Eustace just needs to stay with him.
Oh.
Okay. So Bean has 6 seconds and Eustace has 3.
Yeah, and Arbar's only got 3 as well. So if Arbar can close a tiny bit more, then Arbar can jump Bean as well.
Oh, that is interesting to note. Good information, Bod. Good eye.
Yeah, I've just checked our telemetry just in case. I usually do it with a few laps to go, so just have it.
Oh, Raid, 3 seconds, and someone else I didn't see because Raid came in right at. Ah. Well, P-Dog, does P-Dog have any penalties?
Not entirely sure.
Yeah, P-Dog's got 1 penalty.
Oh, just 1. Yeah, I didn't think I saw any from him.
Raid's got 2, P-Dog's got 1. So that could switch around as well.
Yep. Yeah, but once again, we see Bean is able to defend that. Just not sure if Eustace is going to have enough to pass him on track.
Arbar is almost exactly 3 seconds behind Bean now as well.
Interesting. Muy interesante.
Now, Eustace probably does now know because I'm sure he's listening to a stream. I'm sure a lot of people are. In the race, they like to have the stream on so they know the penalties of other drivers and where they are in position-wise. But it still doesn't matter. I mean, on track, after penalties, my driver of the day, if ends out, he's still got 1 more lap to go. Oh, P-Dog, no, big change. P-Dog just got his 2nd time penalty.
And he's he's well out of DRS zone as well, so that's...
oh, yeah, he's made a mistake.
I think P-Dog might have just thrown that one away.
Yes. Sorry, my thought was, as all goes through, I have driver of the day being useless. I love what Alp's done. I really do. And we will go on board with him as he comes to the line, and we will talk to him in our interviews after. But I just have to hats off to Eustace. Like, no qualifying at all.
Oh, whoa,
Bean made a mistake.
Bean just got extremely oversteery on...
Interesting to note, I think that's for Arbar in too, because Arbar was actually losing time to these two. But it's put him back, and I think he is under the gap that he needs.
Still right on 3.
Yeah.
Bean goes
He really Bean's making some mistakes at the end here, so Eustace just being smart and staying behind him. I mean, it is the smart thing to do, considering you don't want to put yourself at somewhere where you can get a penalty or even worse, get damage or something, right? So you just want to make sure you get to the line safely, and oh my god.
But this is going to be, look at Alp. Just took himself out, going out in style. What seems like his, I think it's his 7th or 8th victory. His 7th or 8th victory of the season.
I think Arbar might pip him. Oh no, wait, is he making a mistake?
No, he didn't.
Oh,
He didn't get it by points yet.
Oh, 6,000s. Yikes.
Yep.
Yeah,
But well done.
Oh, well done. Well done. As Lopez
Lopez
says
taking
hello
out.
as well, we are just gonna...
Oh god,
Whoa.
oh god, oh.
turning into a
well,
demolition derby.
absolutely.
Wreckfest at
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think Alp is going out in style, and I think that's just the way that Lopez wanted to congratulate him.
Must be.
Spearing him.
Explanation.
Spearing him at about 150 miles an hour.
Put in the chat what your driver of the day is. Obviously, mine is useless. What about yourself there, Kitten in that
Whoa.
hunt?
Man, it's hard to bet against Alp. Going out in style. I think he won 7 of the 11 rounds this year, so definitely absolute domination. And then to put the bow on top with the commanding, I think 11th to 1st victory is Wingett's gonna drive into these guys.
Yeah. Join the party.
What about you, Bod?
Oh, he's...
Oh, and Wingett.
Oh god!
No, Wingett didn't.
no.
No, DK didn't make it. DK didn't make it.
Oh, no.
Oh, he tried so hard. Well,
Well, that was eventful. That was eventful.
Anyway, I'll invite
again,
you boys.
Bod, you didn't say who'd you give your driver of the day to?
Oh, if I could give two, it'd be Eustace and Alp. They both made up the same ground and both had fantastic
You know
races.
what? You know what? Let's do our first. You know what? It's not driver of the day. We'll have drivers of the day because, I mean, you have to give it to both of them. Up 11 and 10 spots, out with the win, Eustace with a podium. Yeah, you just can't go wrong with both of them. So we'll give them both it today.
Oh, look at that.
Yep.
Oh, hey, it's virtual Adrian Newey. I've never noticed virtual Adrian
Did you
Newey up
notice
there on the podium there.
Did you notice that Alp's tire was not re-put on the car? It is in the box with no tire.
Oh, really? That's
Yep.
fantastic. Wow, attention to detail as we close out our journeys on Formula 1 2019. Obviously, 2020 will be out, next month? So,
No, it's next week.
next week?
Or is it 2 weeks? Is it 2 weeks or next? No, it's next week. No, 2 weeks. You're right. 2 weeks.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sometimes next
The
week.
6th. You can get it on the 6th. On the 6th of July, you can start playing the game.
Yep. So P1, 2, 3, Alp, Nicholas, and Useless. Cracking race from particularly Alp and Useless getting from the back to the front. Nicholas with another consistent drive for another podium yet again. Bean, Arvar, Lopez, top 6. Raid, P-Dog, Bersy, and Wingett make up the top 10 and the points paying positions. You had DK, Juventus, Fatal, and Perry, unfortunately not quite. Actually, I think Juventus did finish, but DK and the other two did not finish the race. So 11 out of 14 drivers made it to the end. And yeah, get your votes in for driver of the day, and we will invite these blokes to the party to have a bit of a chat.
Matt said Alp or Useless, so I mean I'm going along with mine. What I did say with basically, you know, they both should get it. I mean, we could have a first and toss, you know, like you can't just give it to the one guy. I mean, yes, Useless came from a lot further back, and I expect Alp to do that. That's what I expect. He's so good, so fast, so consistent, and they just got the luck with the safety car. But the way Useless drove, the way Alp drove after that, bravo to both of them. They deserve it.
Well, once again, Kano, are you gonna invite?
I did. I'm waiting on them to.
You got
join.
those too. Yeah. Still not sure what Nicholas's mic
Nicholas
situation
usually
is.
does his Discord, right? So he'll probably do that again. There is Alp. We have one of 3. I will tell Useless to join myself. I have him on message.
Yep, Nicholas will do it through Discord.
That is absolutely okay.
And I'm just talking to Useless right now to get him to join. But, I mean, do we want to wait a couple minutes for the other two, or do we want to start without why he is here? Also, sorry, one thing to note, any questions you have for Out, go ahead and ask. Doesn't matter what question you have. Obviously, it being his last time racing for us for a little while. So, you know, ask him anything. Ask away, guys. You know, your chance. Give the floor to him. 1 second, I will be back.
Alright, I think we are sorted for getting Nicholas in. He'll join the party in a sec. Should we begin?
Yeah, go for it if you'd like.
I wonder if Eustace is joining. Would one of you mind just asking in the chat? We can get started maybe without. There we go. All right. Well, let's get started then. Let's start with P1. Well, we kind of called it. You were attempted to go from last to first, and you have pretty much done that. So, superb drive around the streets of Singapore, where it is not the easiest to go from last to first. Yeah, summarise your race for us, why don't you? Actually, firstly, congratulations, and now you can summarise your race.
I mean, initially, it was just okay start. I didn't really get by anyone, and I struggled to get in the rhythm at first, but I mean, throughout the middle of the hard stint, I just started pumping in the laps, and I think I would have come out P4 or P3, and it would have been a fun chase to catch up to Nicholas. But I mean, the safety car happened, and I was just extremely lucky. I'm actually annoyed at that. It would have been fun to win it on track properly.
Yeah, it's kind of robbed us of a good race, even though it's kind of bounced out the field. It's robbed us of a good fight back chance, and it would have been, I reckon, it would have been a cracking finish because Nicholas had some great pace, and you would have been pretty rapid on fresh tyres. So that is unfortunate, but I mean, you were in the right place at the right time, which is what you need at a street circle like this. So worked out, hasn't it?
Yeah, just happy about the race.
Yep. Once again asserting dominance over the AM1 tier with another win. Your win rate's absolutely rapid. You must be pretty pleased with your season.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, apart from Baku, my season has been pretty much perfect. And I'm really happy with that. It's the improvements I've made compared to the last season. So, yeah.
Yep. Super job. Any of you guys have questions?
No, well, I mean, I basically just want to say thank you, I guess, in anything, because, I mean, when I first came in here, you were open arms, and just, you know, you made me feel welcome. You've pushed me along to get better, and helped in every way. Gonna miss you, definitely. Gonna miss, obviously, our interviews, because, you know, you've been with us so much this season, so it's gonna be sad not to be able to, but
yes, I'll.
I've been just appreciative of what you've done for Cost this season alone, since I've been here. Yeah, just thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to. Well, thank you to you too. I mean, you guys take an hour out of your weeks to commentate every time, and yeah, just thank you to everyone behind the scenes in general. From season 4 and season 5, I really enjoyed being a part of this community, and I think this tier has really improved along the way. I mean, starting with when I was battling for the title with Mitch and Juventus last season, and now this season, I mean, it's just been a very enjoyable experience, and racing in both EU1 and AM1, I can definitely say that AM1 is... I enjoy it more. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, it's definitely a good tier, isn't it? Good group of guys.
I'll make sure to follow it next season because I think it's going to be really exciting, especially with Nicholas picking up the pace towards the end. I think it'll be great between him and Fenric, and of course the other guys.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's going to be a cracking season. It will be sad to not see you on track with them, but we know that you'll be following us, and you will always be welcome in the host community. So, yeah, way to go out with that W, which is good. But yeah, you will be missed, although you will not be totally gone, will you? So,
yeah, maybe I'll return someday.
Oh, let's hope so.
That's what I hope for.
Alrighty. I'm ready for Nicholas if you guys would like to start that.
You could start with Useless. I think he joined the party.
Oh, is he in?
Yeah.
Do we have Nicholas here, by the way? Just a question.
Yep. So he's not going to join the party because of Echo, but he'll be on Discord. So I can ask some questions and hopefully you can hear him. I will just start.
Do you want to go with Nicholas first, or do you want to go with Useless? It's up to you. Doesn't matter to me.
All right. Just test this. Hey mate, can you hear me? Yep. Sorry, just get sound sorted. Yeah, how about you, Nicholas? Can you hear us? Oh. Sorry, just give me 10 seconds. We'll try again.
Yeah. If you want, we can go on with Useless, and then when you get it sorted out, we'll come back to Nicholas.
Mic glitch there.
There we go. All right, we've got Nicholas.
Oh,
can you guys hear that? Say something, Nicholas.
Sorry?
Awesome.
Yeah, I can
All
hear
right, we're just checking we could hear you. All right. You're going to hear Discord notifications popping up, so apologies about that, but we can talk to Nicholas, which is fantastic. So Super Drive again, P2. Yeah, walk us through your race.
Sorry?
Walk us through your race, mate. How was it for you?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Me and Bean had a nice little battle at the start, and unfortunately the safety car ruined what could have been a really good battle with Alp, but that's the way it is. He drove phenomenally, so not really much I could have done. Yeah, it was a good race.
Yeah, you looked to be in control of that until that safety car came out. It would have been a cracking fight. Alp mentioned that as well for the finish, but I guess didn't quite work out that way. But yeah, another race, another podium, so you've got to be at least happy for that.
Yeah, that's always a bit satisfying, because I'm glad it was to Alp, because he's definitely the best one in this league, so...
Yeah, I think many people would agree with you on that one. Yeah, you've given him a run for his money though in many races, which is good to see. Your pace has been pretty consistent for most of the season, which is, yeah, fantastic.
Thanks.
Yeah, you guys got any questions I can relay?
No, I just want to ask Nicholas, how he feels about battling Alp all season, because, like you said, they've been battling basically all season. It's always been those two up the front. And how he's going to feel next season not having him around. Basically, that's my only question.
Yeah, right. So, Nicholas, first part, how do you feel about, or have you found battling Alp for the season? And second part, how are you going to feel not battling Alp next season?
He's really, really good. There's probably one of the best I've ever raced again. Clean and incredibly quick. And honestly, it's been a pleasure to race against him. Next season it'll be very, very different not racing against him. It'll be a shame because he's always someone who I can base my pace off of. An incredible driver.
Alp, you have anything you want to say to Nicholas? Since, it is your night. We'll leave it for you. Say what you will, and...
Yeah, I mean, I think he's really improved. And yeah, I mean, his pace was quite good. Yeah, it's been a pleasure racing him. I think it was a new challenge, and I'm happy with the way I handled him. Yeah, I think he's the favorite for the title next season, along with Fenric.
Absolutely.
That should be a cracking battle to watch.
Yes.
Big call. I'll just relay that. Alex loves racing you, mate, and he's shouting you out for a title contention next season. Yeah, noticed your pace really shooting up, and yeah, you're going to be an absolute contender for next season, which I can agree with as well. So, yeah, kind words from Alp.
Oh yeah, one more thing. Alp, I'm gonna leave you the floor to announce this. Go for it. I know you want to.
Yeah, Red Bull are your Constructors Champions for Season 5 America's Tier 1.
So congratulations for that, you and Perry. I'm not sure if Perry's around. I would invite him in, but I think he's a little bit upset from how his race went, so I'll leave him be for tonight. But yeah, congratulations to the both of you on your structures. It's very hard to win one of those, especially when you gotta have your second teammate pull in some points for you to make sure you can get it. So well done from you two.
Yep.
Kitten, you got anything for Nicholas?
Yeah, I just want to wish him luck. He's got a karting race, IRL, I believe on Saturday. So best of luck in the real world.
Yeah.
Towards him. But yeah, good pace. I would definitely agree with Alp that he would definitely he would be up there. I think with Fenrique and maybe a couple of other newcomers that will be challenging for the title next year. It might be a little bit closer. Maybe.
Alright, we better go along with Useless because we're taking up quite a bit of time.
Yep.
Useless, are you there? Do you copy? Okay. Obviously, you know what, you're... It's just as good as help. I know you had help from the safety car, but still, you came from last to third. Walk us through it. It was brilliant, but walk us through it. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, definitely was. Kitten Bud, you got anything for Useless to add on?
Just super drive from my part. Almost last to first as well. Which is always got to be entertaining. So, yeah, congratulations on a podium. Pace was great, nice and consistent. Fantastic defending, textbook most of that fight there. So, absolutely put on a masterclass of defending, which is what we want to see. Hard, clean racing. So, yeah. super good stuff from you, mate. That's what I have to say.
Yeah, Mark Webber would certainly be proud with some of the defending moves that you made through there. But yeah, I think that'll probably do it for tonight. We'll be back for the final round, where you'll see Nicholas and Bean and the likes duke it out for P2 in the championship.
Yeah, that's car pick for next season.
There you go. Yeah, Alp is passing the torch. This is where the this is where the Olympic flame runs through Turkey. But yeah, so thanks to you guys. Obviously a really fun race tonight, even though we only had 14. But yeah, like I said, next week Suzuka final round 12, and then we'll be off into F1 2020. So for my compatriots, Kano and Bod, and then our podium getters Alp, Nicholas, and Useless, we will see you then.